Good morning, Laker family. How y'all doing, man? Happy Easter Sunday. Hopefully everybody's doing spectacular today, man. Hopefully everybody has a blessed day with their families and loved ones. Well, we got some breaking news today, man. I'm very glad to announce the Lakers finally did something about that 15th roster spot, right? They pull up and they sign not one, but two players. Now, I do want to, before I mention the two players, I do want to wish Devon Reed the best. I always figured he wouldn't, be a Laker very long, but still, class guy. Just wish him the best. Hopefully, he finds a role in this league. But the Lakers did go ahead and sign Tristan Thompson at 32 years of age, man. We know this 6'8", 6'9" tweener is known for his rebounding. He's known for his hustle, his effort. He can set tough screens. And we also signed Shaquille Harrison, 6'4" guard, man, who by the way, just played versus the Clippers last night. He was on the Portland Trailblazers, I'm guessing on a 10-day contract. And he actually he went ham versus the Clippers. I think he really impressed. Listen, this is why you always play hard. Somebody's always watching. Now he got signed for the postseason. So congratulations to him. We know he's played with the South Bay Lakers. But last night, Shaquille Harrison versus the Clippers had 13.6 rebounds, 10 assists, 4 steals, and a block. So what do these signings mean? What do they mean for the Lakers moving forward? Well, I told you guys it would be weird if the Lakers moved forward without signing that 15 roster spot. Historically, that has never happened. Lakers always want to have some reinforcements. Definitely needed another big body just in case of foul trouble, injuries, etc. And this also makes me wonder if Coach trusts Mo Bamba. He hasn't been playing him much, and now they signed Tristan Thompson. Or was this a LeBron James call? Like he needed some insurance policy down low, and he brought in his good friend Tristan. I'm not sure, but I am excited because yes, we finally get another big body that we can hopefully rely on for some minutes to spell some minutes for AD. We know he's not necessarily the best of defenders, but he is a hustle guy. He's going to get you second chance rebounds. He's going to set tough screens and roll to the basket. He's going to do certain things good. So I like it, right? I like it. Another big body we've been clamoring for. Now, people are upset. It's not DeMarcus. It's not Jay Huff. It's not who they wanted. But listen, this is why we are the fans and they are in the front office. They got to work all these players out, and this is the one that impressed them the most, likely, right? Now, there is a chance, like I said, LeBron put in the call and said, bring in Tristan. He knows how we play. Johnny Sim says, bunch of LA fans are pissed of two end of the bench guys. They don't get it. These guys are probably not even going to be heavy rotation minute guys, but they're there for insurance policy, man. Johnny, you know what's up, bro. You know what's up. My guy Empire Jeff says it was a good move. Listen, I'm telling you right now, insurance policy can never be wrong. To have that backup big body. Also, let's not underrate the signing of Shaquille Harrison because he is a defensive-minded guard. He is 29 years of age, so technically he's a veteran, right? Even though he hasn't been in the league much. But Shaquille Harrison has some good size on him. He's 6'4". He's primarily a defender. Can do a little bit of other things as well, but we're talking about somebody who's known for defense. The Lakers have been known to get good players that are known for defense from the G League. All right. Does Alex Caruso ring a bell? Anybody? And again, not comparing these two, but I'm saying like I did not expect that move coming. Right. I thought they were only going to potentially sign one person. Nope. We came away with two people. So I am excited about that. Tasia says, I don't know what people say. We need Tristan Dan. I'm scared when AD gets breathers. We need anybody who can go in there, set screens, and play hard, right? So Tristan checks the boxes. He plays hard, he sets screens, and he does some dirty work. He's a dirty work type player. There's no way in heck, I'm going to expect an 8-point per game scorer for his career to give us anything other than some spell time for Anthony Davis type minutes, right? Plus, he fits the description of a small ball center if we're being realistic because Wenyen, he's too frail, man, to hold his own defensively at the center. But not Tristan Thompson. He's a lot more. He's a big body, right? He's somebody who you're going to have to go through him or over him. And, you know what I'm saying? You can't just go right over the top, right, with him. So, I can't wait to see how it pans out, what type of minutes he gets. or whatnot. But these are moves we needed for the postseason just to give us some more depth. There were two roster spots that weren't being used: roster spot number 15 and Devon Reed's spot. So at the very worst, we have serviceable players there that, if needed, whether it's foul trouble in the postseason, whether it's injuries, whatever, we have guys we can go to now, right? Guys that we can hopefully spell us a minute. So we'll see what happens, but I like it. I like both of the signings. I understand it's not what a lot of fans wanted, but hey, we cannot complain. We've turned the season around. We'll take what we can get at this point. Johnny Sims says Shaq Harrison is a Gary Payton II player comparison, in my opinion. That's high praise. That is very high praise. I'll say this about Shaquille Harrison. I saw him play a little bit during, I believe it was Summer League. And, or was it Summer League or was it preseason? I don't recall. I think it was Summer League. And he gets after it defensively. He'll fight through screens. You know, he'll get up in the opponent's face. Hopefully, some of that stuff won't get called for fouls since he is somewhat of a rookie in the league, even though he's 29. But I like players like that get after it because at the very least, you know, you can expect effort at the very least. At the most, when they have it going, I think they can, you know, potentially be fan favorite type players. But I don't expect them to get too many minutes. Like I said, these are insurance policy types who might be at the end of the bench. But in situations where you get in foul trouble, injuries, God forbid. Oh, and by the way, this might actually mean that the injury to Dennis with the back spasms might be worse than we thought initially. This is probably why they went out and grabbed the guard as well, right? That's the only thing I can think of why we grabbed an extra guard, because we already had plenty of guards on the roster. We still got Max Christie, who's also defensive minded. We also have Lonnie, who barely started getting playing time again. So Empire Jeff says we have another option as a big who does the gritty things that AD doesn't want to do. Trust me, people, it's what they needed. Yeah, man. Listen, we've been clamoring for another big, and now that we have them, we cannot get upset. But I think it's hilarious, man. Fans are never happy. They always want more until they see the product on the floor, right? Once they see that, I think they'll settle down a little bit. But you know, typical us, man. Always complaining. Now I'll tell you this: what would you guys rather have, an empty roster spot or a big body like Tristan Thompson? Because I'm taking a big body like Tristan Thompson all day, every day, twice on Easter Sunday, right? So that's just how I feel about it. Now forget about the Kardashians and all of that. You know, that side drama stuff doesn't matter. This is a rest of the postseason type signing, right? This is for the postseason. So if it doesn't work out, guess what? He either won't get PT or he just won't come back next season. That's fine. This is what I call low risk, high reward type of move. And it's exactly like Jeff said, it's something we needed. Johnny said, why people questioning the Lakers basketball minds in our scouting? If they look good, they look good. Vice versa. The others we worked out, trust them. Exactly. This is what I'm saying, right? People want to sit there and be, GMs in their trousers at home eating cereal, just kicking back. Listen, let's let the professionals work, right? They worked all these players out, and this is the guy who stood out to them, right? Potentially. So let's see what he's got before we make any assessments. But I will say this: it doesn't hurt us at all, right? It should help us at the bare minimum, right? And if it really works, I think people are going to be singing a different tune. So you're absolutely right, Johnny. You know, this is one of those things like the Mario movie. Remember when the trailer came out? Everybody was complaining about Chris Pratt's voice or whatever. Now this is the highest grossing animated movie ever to drop in theaters, and I haven't heard one complaint about anybody's voice. So I think the internet is obsessed with complaining prematurely. You know, it's almost like a crybaby era we are living in. How about we just sit back, relax, and let's see what happens. But I like the signings personally. I like them a lot. We're going for gritty toughness and defensive-minded players. You cannot be mad at that at all, because at the end of the day, these are reinforcements. These are fresh legs. Tristan Thompson hasn't played all year. Fresh legs right before the postseason, at the very least, right? Tough screens, stuff like that. So it's going to be great, man. And then Shaquille Harrison, who's, by the way, put in his work, is due. He's a hungry player, all right? Very hungry player. If you don't believe me, go look at the stat lines from yesterday versus the Flippers. 13.6 rebounds, 10 assists, 4 steals, and a block in the final game of his 10-day contract. And I do believe this performance is what turned the eye of the Lakers front office and said, you know what? Maybe this young guy right here will give us some fresh legs and minutes up in here. Crazy but needed. Is this guard any good? He's a defensive-minded guard for sure. He'll get after it. He'll get after it, man. He's like the G League Marcus Smart, right? He's 6'4", good size too. Good size for a guard. Somebody who can get after it, and he's gonna fight through screens, and he's gonna be up in the opponent's face. Now, he might catch a couple of fouls along the way, but sometimes you need that extra body to especially in the postseason, that can, in the postseason, you should be able to get away with more ticky-tack stuff. That's just the way it works, usually, right? So guards like Shaquille Harrison should be good for the postseason to play, anywhere between 5 to 10 minutes a game. Nothing too crazy, but let's get it, man. Hey, Laker Nation, we was complaining about not filling up that final roster spot. We fill it up, and we still complaining. Let's be happy. Let's be excited. Happy Easter Sunday to everybody, and just bring you guys the updates. I'll take any questions, comments, concerns you guys have right now. Empire Jeff says this is about summer as well. My guy said pick up in money value in outgoing trades this summer, money-wise. They're in position to trade for a max player if they choose to. Ooh, Empire Jeff coming with the crystal ball fire, man. I like it. I like it a lot. Hey, Dan, how are you? We still getting a 6 seed or not? Depends, man. Listen, Portland's been playing extremely hard. They're playing the Warriors tonight. If Portland can somehow pull off an upset win versus the Warriors, they almost did it versus the Clippers, but they fell apart in the second half yesterday. But if they can somehow pull off an upset win, and the Lakers obviously we're going to win today, then yes, it's possible. But don't hold your breath for it, right? Because most likely the Warriors they're going all out tonight, right? And remember, Portland doesn't have Dame. They don't have Jeremy Grant. They're missing key players, right? But still, they're going up against a hungry young team, and that Shaedon Sharpe guy is pretty impressive. I saw him play yesterday. Pretty impressive. I wish we signed Tristan when AD rested versus the Rockets. Why didn't we do that? Then happy for this, though. Yeah, you know what? We can always wish, but the best is in the past. I wish they would have signed him as well when we, needed some more roster depth. But I'll take it rather late rather than never. Like I said, I was shocked that the Lakers hadn't signed somebody at the 15th spot. They literally waited for the last day of the regular season. And by the way, we play the Jazz. This isn't pregame. Pregame coming up at 12 today, since the game tip-off is at 12:30. So I got you guys then as well. But I just wanted to break down these two signings and bring a little bit of peace and tranquility to Lakers Nation, because I saw a lot of people panicking in the chat, talking about Tristan can't even make layups and stuff like that. Listen, we didn't bring him here to make layups. Got plenty of offensive firepower. We brought him here to make dunks, okay? Fresh legs, somebody who's going to do some dirty work down low. And we should be straight. We should be straight. Extra body, set some tough screens. Let them feel you, Tristan. Let them feel you a little bit down low. And waking up, man. We're cheap. Why would you say that, Angie? Why would you say that? Now, I know a lot of people are upset because we didn't sign DeMarcus, but maybe DeMarcus doesn't have it going anymore. Who knows? If so, he would have been signed by somebody else. He doesn't have a job in the league right now. I wish him the best, but it's not. I don't think it's a big deal. Denver Nuggets, sup, bro? He said, much love and respect. Happy Easter. Good signing by the Lakers. Rooting for y'all. Did you hear Luka isn't happy with the Mavericks? Would be nice if Luka finds his way to the Lakers. Man, let me tell you something, man. There's going to be LeBron and AD aren't going to be here forever, right? They're not going to be here forever. But, I never looked that far into the future, because I know the Lakers will be taken care of as far as finding the future star, right? Yeah, there's going to be plenty of rumors. I'm sure Mark Cuban is going to do everything in his power to try to hold on to his, to his new favorite player, Luka. But yeah, I mean, you never know in the future, man. Anything's possible. Kyrie Irving. Did you hear about Steven Adams? Sucks for them, but good for us. I heard about Steven Adams. It sucks, man. You hate to see injuries at all times. He's a great player. He's somebody who, again, sets tough screens and does the dirty work. He is that exact player, but to the max, right? He could also finish around the basket. Not bad. Very, very good player. Very underrated in this league. Yeah, I'm not going to celebrate it for us, because there's always the next guy who's going to step up. Xavier Tillman can step up and have a big series, right? They already have Jaren Jackson Jr., so even though they will miss him, they got plenty of other guys that could step up. But yeah, man, so it does suck for Aquaman. Happy Easter. Thanks, Jabari. He said, do you love, like, or hate the Lakers signing Tristan Thompson, Shaq Harrison? I like it. I'll love it if these guys end up playing a major role. But as of right now, I really like the signing. I think it's a good signing. I think we addressed two things: one, perimeter defense with a guard, and the other one, just a big body who can help us on the boards and do some dirty work down low. So we addressed two different things late in the season. Better late than never, I'll say that. But it's one of those things, man. Marcus, let's see what my boy Marcus said. Crazy, but needed. Is this guard any good? I think I already answered that one, didn't I? Yeah, this guard is good, especially defensively, man. Especially defensively. Did you see the Jazz injury list? They're depleted. Yeah, but remember the last time we went up against the Jazz, they were also depleted and they put up a fight. So these are always trap games, Johnny. We got to make sure that we come out ready to battle, because remember, these young guys are looking at this as the final opportunity this season to prove why they belong on a roster spot next season. And look, Shaquille Harrison is a perfect example. When you play hard, you might catch somebody's eye, and he got rewarded with postseason roster spots. So that's huge, man. That is huge in itself, right? So you know that the Jazz are also auditioning for a roster spot, maybe potentially next season. And it's not just your own team watching you, there's other teams as well. So yeah, these are dangerous games regardless. They got nothing to lose. They're going to go all out. Lakers, they have everything to lose. We're playing for number 7 today, and we don't want to get injured. Those are two very crucial things right there. Happy Easter, Quincy. Thank you, brother. Happy Easter to you and your family, bro. Much love to everybody in the chat as well. Why every team shoot lights out on us almost every game? For one, our perimeter defense hasn't been on par the last 3 games or so. We got to get back to being one of the top 5 elite defensive teams in this league that we have been since the trade deadline. So we got to get back to that, right? For 2, I think right now, especially our star players are coasting. They're not trying their hardest because they know that postseason is around the corner. They know that the play-in game is around the corner. So they're saving everything they got. And I do believe, I was there watching the game live. And I believe that LeBron and AD were kind of just going through the motions and hoping that the rest of the teammates can elevate us to a victory, because they're not trying to risk any injuries or anything. That's what I believe, truly, because the body language has switched since like 3 games ago, right? So I think they're going to turn up as soon as that play-in starts. That's my theory, at least, and I hope I'm right, because if they are playing with this lackadaisical effort throughout the postseason, we'll be in trouble. Prime, appreciate you, bro. You said, is Tristan still good, and are they playing today? Not sure. I should have the updates for you during pregame. I'll go live at 12 again for pregame. But is Tristan still good? To be determined. We got to see what he's got left in the tank. He's only 32 years of age, so it's not going to be an age problem. At 32, that you should still be able to play high-level basketball. My thing is just about the fit and how many minutes he gets and what role Darvin is going to designate for him. We're going to find that out over hopefully sooner rather than later. But yeah, I mean, I would hope that they play today. They're ready to go. Tristan has fresh legs. Shaquille Harrison just played yesterday, but he's a young, hungry player at 29 years of age. He's pretty much ready, primed and ready. An opportunity, and he's got a shot right now tonight to try to earn some minutes potentially, right? So let's see what happens there. Detroit said, happy Easter Day, and I have a question. Do you guys have a chance to make the 6th spot and avoid the play-in? There's a slim chance right now. I'm not holding my breath for it, but if Golden State for some reason loses to the G League Portland Trailblazers, then that's the only way it happens, right? So yeah, I mean, there's a chance, but we're really gunning for number 7. I already mentally told myself number 7 is a decent place for us to be. We'd be going up against Memphis, assuming we beat either the Pelicans or whoever we have to face in the first game of the play-in. But look, we're already for sure locked into that play-in game between 7 and 8. We're locked in, whether we're 7 or 8, to be determined after today. Most likely 7. We win that game, we advance, we go on to play Memphis in the lower bracket, right? Which means Memphis would be team number 1 and team number 2 would be, whoever's there between the Warriors and whoever they're playing. So bottom line is this. There's a lot of playoff implications still available today. First playing game coming on Tuesday, so I can't wait for that one. It's gonna be fun, man. Like I said, I will be covering the postseason, even on days that the Lakers don't play. I will be covering on this channel. So I look forward to breaking all that down with you guys, and I will be doing a live playoff in-game reaction with some potential guests as well. So that's gonna be fun. Got a lot of content to break down, man. But look, one game at a time. We got to focus on the Jazz. I got you guys on pregame for that one. Just wanted to really bring you guys, my thoughts on these two signings for this video. Pre-game's coming up at 12, and hopefully we'll have the updates on who's playing and who's not playing by then. High Velocity says we need to release the Reed man. He's already released, bro. He got released. That's Shaquille Harrison's roster spot right there. And Tristan Thompson pulled up and grabbed number 15, the open slot. So yeah, Devon Reed is already released. Listen, I wish him the best. All right, we didn't really get to see much of what he brings to the table, but he really didn't play much for the Denver Nuggets either. So to be determined on that whole situation, man. But I wish him the best. He said I wanted the Lakers versus Kings first round. Again, slim chance that could still happen, but it's all right, man. Listen. Regardless, we have to go through the best to be the best. Always remember that. You have to go through the best in the West to be the best. And then once you go through that, then you get to the finals, there's going to be, the final boss is waiting for you. Most likely Giannis. Giannis is that boss, right? At the end of a video game, at the stage that's waiting, that's damn near impossible to beat. But where there's a will, there's a way, right? So it's going to be a fun postseason. I look forward to it. The Lakers get that insurance policy, and we march forward. We keep marching forward. Everybody should be excited that we got 2 roster spots filled where they weren't being utilized. So that is great news for anybody, right? Depth is always a good thing. You don't want to go into the postseason thin, and God forbid any injuries or anything, you have nothing to fall back on, right? Any foul trouble, all that stuff is going to happen. Every playoff game comes with his own story and his own, the plot always thickens. There's always these road bumps along the way. So we got to make the best of what we got, man, moving forward. Detroit Pistons, May 313 says, I'm a Piston fan, Dan. I enjoy your content and finals with postseason, and the Lakers was great. I know you were disappointed, but your Lakers is a class act. Not everyone hates the Lakers. Hey, shout out to Detroit, May 313. That's what's up, bro. I definitely appreciate the love. Pistons got a bright future, man. Hopefully Cade gets healthy. But I like the young core there for sure. And by the way, that was a steal trade for you guys, getting the 7-footer from and I already forgot his name. 7-footer from Golden State, man. They gave up on him too quick. When that happens, usually players end up panning out and making them pay for it. So that was definitely a good trade for you guys. Demon React said, I was hoping they could bring in DeMarcus Cousins instead. Maybe it's just me. I think a lot of people are hoping for that, bro. I wish DeMarcus the best. I think he's a great dude. It sucks that he doesn't have the opportunity. Same thing for Carmelo. I think they should have retired on their own grounds, but the league is really transitioning away from catering to the superstar and giving them the farewell tour, unless you did a lot for your franchise, right? But still, I wish them the best, man. I'm sure maybe eventually they'll find themselves onto a roster spot. Not this season, unfortunately. But yeah, it sucks. However, it'll be interesting to see what Tristan can do, man. I'm focused on our team now. And it'll be interesting to see if Shaquille Harrison gets any playing time as well. So I still believe those are insurance policy type players. But if they get PT and they make the most of it, I'll be happy with it. It all matters on how coach utilizes them and how effective they can be. Vincent says, Dan, teams usually limit their player rotations for 8 or 9. Who would be yours? That's a great question. That is a great question. If I had to pick 9 players, it's obviously LeBron, Anthony Davis, D'Angelo Russell, Austin Reeves, Vanderbilt, of course. I would play Wenyen, but not at the 5. I'm playing Mo Bamba. And I got 2 more left, right? Let's see. Who am I missing? I know I'm missing a couple. Obviously, Dennis is going to be in the rotation by default. And he's been good for us late in season games. So you got to have Dennis there. Who am I missing? I know I'm missing somebody crucial. and it's gonna kill me. Rui, of course, Rui would probably be my ninth piece for sure. Now I'd love to have Lonnie back in the rotation, right? There's no exact rule that it has to be 8 or 9 players. I think the Lakers can go 12 players deep, depending on a nightly basis. So of course, everything factors into it. But yeah, I mean those are essentially the 9 to 10 players. Of course, you sprinkle in some Lonnie Walker, that'd be nice. I'd also love to see what Max Christie can do. I know he's a rookie, but I believe in rookies, man. We saw how Austin Reeves took that rookie leap from last season to now, and what he is now. He's a potential young up and coming star player, so that's huge. And I do thank Darvin Ham for giving him an opportunity, because not a lot of coaches have the guts to give second-year players opportunities in this league. But I think you couldn't deny the young buck, man. You could not deny Austin Reeves at this point of the season. Pippen Jr. is a two-way G League player, right? I don't think he'll be in the postseason, bro, unfortunately for him. But he's also a rookie, so rookies usually don't get too much PT in Lakers history for the Lakers, especially in the postseason. Good morning. Let's have the game under control by halftime. It'd be nice, Craig, but it feels like every time we say that, bro, I feel like a team gives us a run for our money. Although this would be a nice game to really put stuff away and start resting for a potential Tuesday matchup against either the Pelicans or the Timberwolves or whoever will be there. But let's see what happens. Even though the Jazz are resting most of their team, there's always going to be another hungry guy looking to step up and have a big night. But again, not talking about that till pregame. I'll save that breakdown for that. Lakers signed Tristan Thompson, huh? Yes, they did. And Shaquille Harrison, for your information, if you're just tuning in. Dan, Trevor Lane said we can only keep Troy Brown Jr. or Dennis Schroeder. Who do you wish we kept? That's a tough one. Let's see. I like both of them, man, but I think Dennis has had his hand in more victories this season, right? I like Troy Brown for his size and defense, though, so that would be tough. I'm not sure how that will work out. I hope we can keep everybody. But yeah, if I had to pick between the two, probably I'm keeping Dennis. I know he gets under a lot of people's skin because he plays silly. Sometimes he's Call of Duty Dennis, but sometimes he could be a closer as well. So I like him as a backup guard. Troy Brown, as much as I like him, we can go ahead and replace him with Stanley Johnson, right? So yeah, I'm definitely keeping Dennis over Troy, because I feel like Troy's more replaceable. It's harder to find a backup guard who when he wants to, he plays good defense and can also help take over games off the bench at times. His defense has won us games. It has, but again, I just feel like as a backup guard, you're getting a lot of bang for your buck with Dennis, as a backup guard. That's just how I feel. As far as Rui goes, man, he's got to be a keeper. Rui Hachimura has, game by game, he's getting better and better. He's asserting himself more. I love the way he runs the floor. But we'll talk about all of this, after the season is done officially, and you guys know what I do. I grade each player. I grade the coaches. I grade the team overall. And then I talk about who should come back and who shouldn't, et cetera, every year. So, yeah, I'll have that video for you guys at some point. But anyways, guys, that's going to wrap it up for me. Just wanted to bring you guys that quick update, man. Lakers, yes, do officially sign Tristan Thompson and Shaquille Harrison, a 6'8" power forward / center, and a 6'4" point guard who can, hopefully lock up and defend. I cannot wait to see them take the floor. It might even be as soon as today. So make sure you guys tune in back for the pregame. That way I'll give you guys the updates on who's playing and all of that good stuff, man, the breakdown and the outlook moving forward. But I appreciate you guys for tapping in. Make sure you hit that like, sub if you already haven't. Appreciate y'all, man. I will see you guys here later on at 12 p.m. Pacific time, noon. All right. Peace out.